Commissioners Gershenson? Here. Gingell is excused, I believe. Hoffman? Here. Jackson? Here. Kokendorfer?
Here.
Kowal? Here. Kuhn?
Here.
Long?
Here.
Lubes? Here. Markham?
Here.
McGilvray?
Here.
Middleton? Here. Miller?
Here.
Nelson? Here. Powell? Quarles? Spiz?
Present.
Taub? I just saw her. Okay. Weipert?
Here.
Woodward? Here. Zach? Here. Mr. Here, okay. Mr. Chair, you have a quorum.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. If everyone can please rise for the invocation by the Honorable Bob Hoffman, followed by the pledge.
Thank you very much. My prayer for each and every one of us today is that we achieve success, as so eloquently written by Ralph Waldo Emerson, in which he wrote, "To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded." I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next on the agenda is approval of minutes for February 7th, 2019. Is there a motion to approve the minutes? Moved by Mr. McGilvray, seconded by Commissioner Long. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. Next item is approval of the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda? Motion by Nelson, second by Commissioner Hoffman. Is there any amendments to the agenda?
Mr. Chairman,
Commissioner McGilvray.
I would move to amend the agenda as follows. First is to remove from the agenda the Legislative Affairs and Government Operations, the LEGO Committee. Item C, Retirement and Deferred Compensation Board, amendments to the defined contribution, defined benefit, and the 457B deferred compensation, and the 457B PT&E deferred compensation retirement plan documents. Also, I am requesting the suspension of Rule 3 to add the following items to the consent agenda as Finance Item A had a meeting tonight. Authorization of reimbursement for part-time non-eligible employees subject to IRS tax penalty. That resolution was taken up in Finance immediately prior to today's meeting.
There's a motion to amend the agenda to reflect those changes. Motion by McGilvray, seconded by Zach. All in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Nay? The ayes have it. Madam Clerk, please call the roll on the, the approval
Agenda as
of the
a
total,
as
the agenda as presented.
As amended.
Thank you.
Okay, yep. Commissioners Hoffman?
Yes.
Jackson?
Yes.
Kokendorfer?
Yes.
Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Lubes?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Middleton?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Powell? Quarles? Spiz?
Yes.
Taub?
Yes.
Weipert?
Yes.
Woodward?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Gershenson?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Sufficient number voting in the majority, the agenda is approved. Just as a point of information, the item that was removed from today's agenda will be taken up at a future agenda pending some additional recommendations working in coordination with the administration. So I know that was discussed in the Democratic caucus. I want to make sure that all members understood that. Next up, Madam Clerk, do we have any communications this evening?
We have quite a few. But we were going first. Okay. So the first is dated March 14th to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, please accept this letter as notification that I am appointing a special committee on invasive species prevention. The Special Committee on Invasive Species Prevention will be organized as a special committee under the provisions of the board rules. The members of the committee will be Commissioners Nelson as chair, Commissioner Markham, and Commissioner Kuhn. The charge of this committee is to develop strategies and best practices for managing invasive species and form partnerships with local advocacy groups. Sincerely, David T. Woodward, Chairman, Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Another one dated March 14th, 2019 to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, please accept this letter as notification that I am appointing a Reproductive Healthcare Special Committee. The Reproductive Healthcare Special Committee will be organized as a special committee under the provisions of the board rules. The members of the committee will be Commissioner Gershenson as chair, Commissioner Woodward, and Commissioner Middleton. The charge of the Reproductive Healthcare Special Committee is to develop a plan to ensure all county residents have access to medically accurate information and to take steps to protect patients from misleading practices at crisis pregnancy centers. Sincerely, David T. Woodward, Chairman, Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Hang on, a couple more. One dated March 8th. From Jordy Kramer, Director of Human Resources, and Lori Van Pelt, Director of Management and Budget. Sending a copy of the 2018 annual report that will be submitted to the State of Michigan Treasury Department regarding the funding levels of the county's pension and retiree health care programs. It's a requirement of Public Act 202 of 2017 and is due to the state within 6 months after the end of the fiscal year. The local unit of government is required to submit the report to the local governing body, but does not require a formal vote of approval or resolution. Please forward this. So, presenting this to the Board of Commissioners as an informational item. No further action is required. That one. Oh, there's more here. Another one dated March 14th, 2019 to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised of the following appointments to the Oakland County Human Trafficking Task Force, Core Group 2019-2020 pursuant to Miscellaneous Resolution 19009. Representative from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office, Lieutenant Wendy Reyes, alternate Deputy Josephine Fagan. Representative from the Oakland County Health and Human Services Department, Kathy Forsley, alternate Lisa McKay-Chazen. Representative from the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office, Kimberly Woodward, alternate Betsy Hage, maybe. Representative from the Oakland County Circuit Court, Family Youth Assistance, Mary Schusterbauer, alternates Liz Chismadia and Nikki Keller. I'm sorry if I did not say that right. Representative from Oakland Schools, Susan Benson, alternate Sarah Orrs. Representative from the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, Tom Scheuer, Alexandra Angelkovic, alternate Ivana Maplanka. Representative from a Victim Services Agency, Care House, Yvonne Cameron, alternate Tricia Schuster. Representative from Victim Service Agency, Common Ground, Reginald Andrew, alternate Fatwa Harrell, Lauren Leach, and Shelley Stevens. Thank you, Commissioner Janet Jackson, Chairperson, Oakland County Human Trafficking Task Force. And again, I apologize if I mispronounced anybody's name. March 14th, 2019, to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised of the following appointments to the Oakland County Human Trafficking Task Force leadership for 2019-2020 pursuant to Miscellaneous Resolution 19009. Commissioner Jackson, Chairperson, Commissioner Markham, Majority Vice Chairperson, Commissioner Spiz, Minority Vice Chairperson, Commissioner Nelson, Majority Leadership Member, Commissioner Kowal, Minority Leadership Member. Thank you sincerely, David T. Woodward, Chairperson, Chairman, Oakland County Board of Commissioners. And I think I have two more in here. March 14th, 2019, to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners. Ladies and gentlemen, I am hereby appointing the following individuals to the Local Road Improvement Program Special Committee for a term ending December 31st, 2020. Commissioner Lubes, Chair, Commissioner McGilvray, and Commissioner Kokendorfer.
The Oakland County Board of Commissioners, confirmation of these appointments is respectfully requested. Sincerely, David T. Woodward, Chairperson, Oakland County Board of Commissioners. And finally, the animal welfare. You're on
Yep.
here? Okay. To the Oakland County Board of Commissioners, ladies and gentlemen, please accept this letter as notification that I am appointing an animal welfare study group. The Animal Welfare Study Group will be organized as a study group under the provisions of the board rules. The members of the study group will be Commissioner Gershenson, Chair, Commissioner Woodward, and Commissioner Spiz. The charge of the Animal Welfare Study Group is to examine best practices in sheltering animal welfare in Oakland County. The study group will present a report with recommendations to the Oakland County Board of Commissioners for actionable implementation by Oakland County divisions and/or draft policy documents to be reviewed for consideration and approval by the Board of Commissioners. Sincerely, David T. Woodward, Chairman, Oakland County Board of Commissioners. I think that's all of them. Yeah,
All right.
I believe that's all the communications.
We'll receive those communications without objection. Now, next on the agenda, we have to make time for a public hearing. So I'm going to declare a public hearing for the Economic Development and Community Affairs, a resolution approving the provision of a brownfield plan for the 140 South Saginaw City of Pontiac project. If you're a member of the public that came to speak on this topic, this is the time to speak on this particular issue. I'll open up public comment for this particular issue. Commissioner Powell.
I just wanted to let everyone know that I have been in touch with our mayor, our city council who represents this district, that this project is going to be happening in her district, and she's actually excited about this project. The mayor is excited as well. So I just want to thank the county for, allowing this to happen in my district. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any other member for the public to speak during this public hearing? Seeing no further comments, I will declare the public hearing closed. Next up, we have a number of proclamations in the order as presented on the agenda. I'd like to call Commissioner Kristen Nelson up to honor an outstanding Eagle Scout.
Alrighty, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kristen Nelson. I'm Commissioner in District 5, and I'm very proud this evening to present Kiko Harbor resident Ethan Shargabian a proclamation for his honorable achievement of obtaining an Eagle Scout. The rank of an Eagle Scout is the highest honor and let's start that again. The rank of the Eagle Scout is the highest honor a scout can achieve within the Boy Scouts of America's organization. Ethan recently completed his Eagle Scout project with help of Boy Scout Troop 160, based in Orchard Lake. In addition to earning a minimum of 21 merit badges, Ethan planned, developed, and led a service project that not only demonstrated leadership, but commitment to duty. For his service projects, Ethan made over 50 blankets and toys for cats and dogs at the Michigan Animal Rescue League in Pontiac. His project has vastly changed and benefited both the animals and the shelter. On this special day, we join the Troop 160, as well as Ethan's family and friends, to thank him for his admirable service to his community and to congratulate Ethan in attaining the prestigious rank of an Eagle Scout. On behalf of the entire Board of Commissioners, we claim a special recognition to Ethan Shargabian on his impressive achievement, and we wish you much continued success today and in the future. So congratulations.
I just want to say thank you very much for, just thank you. this is definitely an honor. I would like to just, I don't know, I doubt anyone from my troop is saying this, but I just want to say thank you to all 20 or so scouts from there. It couldn't have been possible without them. And thank you to all of the people who donated the money, because it took around $200 to get all the materials and such for all those blankets. And yeah, I hope all those animals are enjoying what we made for them.
Great job. Congratulations. Next up, we've got Commissioner Shelley Goodman-Taub and the proclamation honoring the Oakland Literacy Council's 35th anniversary.
Thank you. As you know, literacy is something that is very, very dear to my heart. And whether we realize it or not, in this county of plenty, in this county of fabulous public, private, and parochial schools, we still have about 100,000 adults who are illiterate. And because of these people and the work that they do, I'm just so very proud of all of them. So I'm going to start to read this, and if someone would like to join me with reading this, you're more than welcome. Anybody? Okay. Whereas the Oakland Literacy Council provides basic literacy and English language instructions to adults who live or work in Oakland County. Its volunteers offer free one-on-one tutoring to adult learners. Based in Bloomfield Hills, the Oakland Literacy Council is the only organization in Oakland County that is dedicated solely to addressing the needs of functionally illiterate adults. And whereas each week, more than 200 students meet with dedicated, well-trained volunteer tutors, and by the way, most of them are retired teachers, if I may throw that in here. These students are improving their reading and English language skills to thrive and more fully engage in the community. And whereas since the Oakland Literacy Council was formed in 1984, it has helped more than 10,000 adult learners improve their literacy skills. Throughout its 35-year history, the Oakland County Literacy Council has provided over 500,000 hours of free instruction that, when calculated at the very modest sum of $20 per hour, half of the commercial rate, tutoring rate that you would get if you went to a private tutor, that translates into more than $10 million worth of services. And whereas with illiteracy rates of over 30% in some areas of Oakland County, the need for free local literacy instruction has never been greater. Whereas the Oakland County Literacy Council is working toward the future in which county residents, students, and workers will have the skills needed to flourish in an increasingly complex and interconnected world. These lifelong learning skills will help them to achieve personal, educational, and career-related goals. And whereas the Oakland County Board of Commissioners recognizes and thanks the Oakland County Literacy Council for the invaluable service it provides to county residents and workers. Further, we honor the dedication of its volunteers who've made this incredible contribution possible for 35 years. Now, therefore, David Woodward, Chairman of the Oakland County Board of Commissioners, and myself, Commissioner Shelley Goodman-Taub, along with all of our commissioners, Oakland County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim special commendation to the Oakland County Literacy Council. Let's give them a round of applause, please. I'd like to have them come up and introduce themselves.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Judy Lindstrom. I'm president of the board of Oakland Literacy Council, and beside me is our executive director, Lisa Macheski, and another board member, Ann Manning. And on behalf of the staff, the board, our tutors, and our students, we thank you for this recognition. It is a labor of love. It is extremely important. As you know, reading is not a learned behavior. It is a behavior you're born with. It is a learned behavior, and it's a learned science. And we feel that our process of working one-on-one, one tutor to one student, has been so beneficial. So we thank you so much for recognizing our 35 years in this community, and we assume we'll be here in another 35, so we'll be back with our 70th, and thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Okay.
And next up, Shelley Goodman Taub and I believe other commissioners want to recognize the great service to this county of our Corporation Counsel, Keith Lermanow.
Okay, Keith Lermanow, here we come. Whereas we are all indebted to the dedicated and hardworking individuals such as Keith Lermanow, who have committed themselves to improving the quality of life in Oakland County through their exemplary service in the public sector. And
whereas Mr. Lermanow graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Michigan State University before obtaining his Juris Doctorate from the University of Detroit Mercy Law School in 1979. After graduation, he was hired as an associate at Cummings McClory, where he worked as a clerk during law school. And
Right here. Whereas Mr. Lermanow went on to become a partner at Van Dever Garcia? I don't know, I didn't say the first part right. Where he worked from 1980 to 1990, and then at Dickinson Wright from 1990 to 2000. And I think we have more people on.
Whereas, in his current role, Mr. Lermanow oversees the entire department, which consists of 14 full-time lawyers, 1 part-time lawyer, and 7 staff members. Corporation Counsel provides legal advice and handles all civil law matters for the county, its elected officials, its departments, and their employees. And whereas, over the years, Mr. Lermanow has been instrumental in a variety of important matters. Most recently, he played a critical role in a lawsuit against several opioid manufacturers and distributors. And
whereas on the occasion of his retirement, we join with Mr. Lermanow's family, friends, and colleagues to thank him for nearly 19 years of dedicated service to the people of Oakland County.
now therefore David Woodward, Chairman of the Oakland County Board of Commissioners, and myself, Shelley Goodman Taub, and Michael J. Gingell, together with the entire Oakland County Board of Commissioners, do hereby proclaim special commendation to Keith Lermanow. We wish him the best in his retirement.
I never knew you were near retirement age till this now, so, but I wish you the best in your retirement, and I will miss you. And I did not know that you were just starting out. When I started out, we were on personal appeal board together, and that was when those, that's when an employee has a dispute with the county. And if you've never been on a committee, that was a doozy back then. And Keith did a wonderful job for the county, and so I spent a lot of time with Keith on that. So I will dearly miss you, and I wish you and your family the best in your retirement.
And I'd like to take a moment of personal privilege to thank Keith for your generosity and expertise. My husband really enjoyed working with you on a matter a few years ago. Thank you.
It has been my privilege and my honor to serve the county for almost 19 years. I've enjoyed working with the various elected officials, the departments, administration, and the Board of Commissioners during my tenure here. My retirement will be bittersweet, as I've made many friends and great relationships during the course of the last 19 years. Although I'm looking forward to my next chapter, I'm going to miss the many great people at the county that I've come to know. I will look back fondly on the time I spent here, and I'll have many pleasant memories. I know that I worked for and am retiring from the best run government operation in the state and probably in the nation. That is best exemplified by the fact that our retiree health programs are fully funded, as are our retirement programs, which is important to me on my retirement. Not many governmental organizations can say that. The fact that these programs are fully funded is a credit to county administration, their retirement board, and the Board of Commissioners. Oakland County takes care of its employees, and Oakland County also takes care of its retirees. And I want to assure everyone that I plan to enjoy my bona fide separation from employment. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I would like to acknowledge my wife Patty and my daughter Beth, who are both here. Please, they're standing up, taking a video. And Commissioner Woodward, my daughter Beth is one of your constituents. She lives in Delaware. I would like to thank the county executive for giving me this opportunity, with this board's consent, to be corporation counsel for the past 6 years. I would also like to sincerely thank Commissioner Taub, Commissioner Woodward, all the commissioners up here with me, Commissioner Gershenson, Zach, Long, Taub, Kowal, Kirkendorfer, and Phil Weipert. I think I'm very honored that they've taken the time to, give me this honor. I would also say, certainly this proclamation was not expected, but it will be cherished very much. Thank you very much.
Another round of applause for Keith and his service to Oakland County. So next up, before we move on to public comments, I know we had a number of proclamations and everything, and I think it was appropriate to also recognize Oakland Literacy, the Oakland Literacy Council, and the importance of literacy. We should also recognize that March is National Reading Month, and all our commissioners have been asked to identify their favorite childhood book that we're going to be donating to local schools. And if everyone, we want to get a group photo, so if everyone can take their book, we're going to gather in front of the podium here so that we can help promote the importance of reading, but more importantly, showcasing the contributions that we'll be making to our local elementary schools. So we can just pause for a minute to bring these for the photo.
this one. The very first of her years and years best friends, she taught sign language.
So, thank you, commissioners, for indulging. I know that lots of children are going to enjoy the classics that were represented up here. And I learned a little bit about all of you just now. And so thank you for indulging, but seriously, I think how books and reading can inspire and unlock all the possibilities of imagination, and that, I mean, especially for our future. And I hope you take advantage, particularly in this month, to make sure you share those books with your local schools and document it. And I'm sure that our team would love to put it on the Facebook page and share with the public. At this time, we're going to move on to public comment. So I don't think anyone signed up on the public comment page. Okay, so if you came here to address us in public comment, we ask that you limit your comments to 3 minutes. We have a timer to help you. If you reach the end of that time, I will remind you to wrap up your comments. We ask you to come up to the mic at the front of the auditorium here, state your name, address, and then, like I said, this is the opportunity for the public to address the commission. So declare public comment open.
Good evening. My name is Jim Tokarski. I'm at 2560 Eastern Avenue, a resident of Rochester Hills for approximately 30 years. I'm also here on behalf of Lana Manjapani, who is a resident of Oakland Township. She was pulled away at the last minute, so she asked me to speak in her behalf. Her request is that an invitation be extended to everyone here tonight. As a resident of Oakland Township, she wished everybody to know that Oakland Township is celebrating their 200th year of existence in the state of Michigan. So there'll be many events throughout the year to celebrate, but the first ones to come up are this weekend, and there'll be 2 events that will occur first at the Rochester Cider Mill, which is on Rochester Road, just north of Meade Road. The second, and that will be an 8 to 6 event. And then there'll be a second one at the Paint Creek Cider Mill, which is off on Orion Road. That will be 11 to 7 event, and there'll be free donuts. And since there's cider mills, I assume there might be a little bit of cider left over from the 2018 season, so you might indulge in that if there's any available. As far as I am concerned, I am here representing the Rochester Area Republican Club. The club has been in existence for 8 years. I'm on the board as a treasurer for that amount of time also. We hold our meetings every third Thursday at the Avery Tavern in Rochester Hills, and that's on Crooks Road, just north of M59. Our meetings begin at 7 o'clock. However, we do have a social period that starts at 6 to 7. Everybody is welcome. Avery Restaurants provide us with a menu that you may order from, or if you wish to indulge in some adult beverages, there's also a menu for that. There are a few familiar faces, such as Adam Koldorfer, that's already come to our club as a speaker, and we invite those of you here to ask to come on board to speak at our club. Let us know what the Board of Commissioners is doing. That's an important function within this county, so it's important that we be kept up on what's going on within the community, and we have other great speakers also. So thank you very much tonight.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Laura Murphy. I live at 323 Great Street in Rochester, Michigan, around the corner. I'm here tonight representing the office of Representative Alyssa Slotkin. She's planning on having an office in Oakland County. We hope by the end of tomorrow to have an actual address in Rochester Hills. And she just wants everyone to know she's here, she's in the county. Please reach out to us. I'll be reaching out to the commissioners in our district individually and setting up meetings very soon. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for attending. And the Congresswoman is always welcome to come and address the commission. Anybody else for public comment? Going once, going twice. We'll declare public comment closed. Moving on, reports of standing committees. First up is the consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve and adopt the consent agenda? Motion by Commissioner Miller, seconded by Commissioner Kowal. Any discussion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
On the consent agenda, Commissioners Jackson? Yes. Kokendorfer? Yes. Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Lubes? Yes. Markham?
Yes.
McGilvray? Yes. Middleton?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Powell?
Yes.
Quarles? Spiz?
Yes.
Taub?
Yes.
Weipert?
Yes.
Woodward?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Gershenson?
Yes.
Hoffman?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
With a sufficient number voting in the affirmative, the consent agenda is adopted. Given that there are no items on the regular agenda, given that everything was taken up on the consent agenda. That moves us on to reports of special committees, where there are none. And there are no special order of business, unfinished business. That moves us on to new and miscellaneous business. And we have a number of resolutions this evening. So we'll just take them up in the order if folks come up to the front.
I have a miscellaneous resolution, support legislation to raise the age for juvenile offenders in Michigan. I'm going to refer this to the Lago Committee.
Referred without objection. Commissioner Kowal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I have miscellaneous resolution, Tri-Party Road Improvement Program Fiscal Year 2019 appropriation, Charter Township of Waterford pulverizing and resurfacing of Mesa Day Drive from Lotus Drive to Williams Lake Road project. Referred to economic growth and infrastructure.
Referred without objection.
And another Tri-Party Road Improvement Program Fiscal Year 2019, Charter Township of Waterford, pulverizing and resurfacing of Midland Avenue from Dixie Highway to Oakview Avenue. Refer that to economic growth and development, infrastructure.
Referred without objection.
Okay, another one that I have is a miscellaneous resolution to amend the 2019-2020 board rules and add an ex-official member to the airport committee. I'm going to be requesting suspension of the board rules for immediate consideration.
There's a motion made for suspension of the rules by Commissioner Kowal, seconded by Commissioner Spiz. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion carries. That brings us on to the item before us. Moved by Commissioner Kowal and seconded by Commissioner Spiz to amend the 2019-2020 board rules to add an ex officio member to the airport committee. Any discussion? All in favor? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Kokendorfer?
Yes.
Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Lubes? Markham? McGilvray?
Yes.
Middleton?
Yes.
Miller? Nelson?
Yes.
Powell? Quarles? Spiz?
Yes.
Taub?
Yes.
Weipert?
Yes.
Woodward?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Gershenson? Gershenson? Yes. Oh, I didn't hear you. Hoffman?
Yes.
Jackson? Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
A sufficient number voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you very much, and I have one more miscellaneous resolution. Board of Commissioners, designation of April 2019 as Distracted Driving Awareness Month in Oakland County. Once again, I'm going to request suspension of the board rules for immediate consideration.
Commissioner Kowal moves suspension of the rules. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Spiz. All in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. The rules are suspended. And Commissioner Kowal moves the adoption of designation of April 19 as Distracted Driving Awareness Month in Oakland County. Seconded by Commissioner Spiz. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Kowal,
Yes.
Kuhn,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Lubes, Markham, McGilvray,
Yes.
Middleton, Miller, Nelson,
Yes.
Powell, Quarles, Spiz,
Yes.
Taub,
Yes.
Whitebird,
Yes.
Woodward,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Gershenson, Hoffman, Jackson,
Yes.
Kokendorfer.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
A sufficient number in the majority voting in the affirmative, the resolution is adopted. Commissioner Kowal has been busy this month. Commissioner Markham.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to introduce miscellaneous resolution, tri-party program fiscal year 2019 appropriation for the city of Novi, reconstruction of 12 Mile Road at Novi Road. Hooray! It's going to make a lot of people in Novi very happy. And refer it to the Economic
And
Growth
visitors.
and Infrastructure Committee.
Referred without objection.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce miscellaneous resolution in support of Senate Bill 54 and House Bill 4100. It's the restoration of the Historic Preservation Tax Credit Program, referred to Legislative Affairs and Government Operations.
Commissioner Hoffman, referred without objection.
Thank you.
Commissioner Gershenson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to request a suspension of the rules for recognition of March 2019 as Women's History Month in Oakland County.
Commissioner Gershenson moves to suspend the rules. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Long. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The rules are suspended. And Commissioner Gershenson moves to adopt the resolution recognizing March 2019 as Women's History Month in Oakland County, seconded by Commissioner Long. Any discussion? All in favor? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Sorry. Commissioners Kuhn,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Lubes, Markham,
Yes.
McGilvray,
Yes.
Middleton,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Powell, Quarles, Spiz,
Yes.
Taub,
Yes.
Whitebird, Woodward,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Gershenson,
Yes.
Hoffman, Jackson,
Yes.
Kokendorfer,
Yes.
Kowal. Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Sufficient number voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted. Commissioner Miller.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like the miscellaneous resolution, tri-party program, financial year 2019 appropriation, City of Farmington Hills. Myself and Commissioner Gershenson are on this resolution for road construction, Orchard Lake Road from 13 Mile to 14 Mile. We refer it to the Economic Growth Infrastructure Committee.
Referred without objection.
Mr. Commissioner, I have one more. Our Chair. I would like to request to suspend the board rules, immediate consideration under new business.
Commissioner Miller moves to suspend the rules for immediate consideration of the recognition of National Public Safety Telecommunicator Week, April 14th to the 20th. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner McGilvray. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The rules are suspended, and therefore Commissioner Miller moves the adoption of the resolution to recognize National Public Safety Telecommunicator Week, April 14th, 20th, 2019. Seconded by Commissioner McGilvray. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Long,
Yes.
Lubes, Markham, McGilvray,
Yes.
Middleton,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Powell, Quarles, Spiz,
Yes.
Taub,
Yes.
Whitebird, Woodward,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Gershenson, Hoffman, Jackson,
Yes.
Kokendorfer,
Yes.
Kowal,
Yes.
Kuhn.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
A sufficient number voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Commissioner Quarles.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would like to introduce miscellaneous resolution to establish the celebration of women's suffrage ad hoc committee.
Just trying to get my stuff in front of me. think that item was approved in the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you.
So I think the,
Yeah.
Commissioner Quarles?
Okay. Miscellaneous resolution, approval of a plan development for the Oakland County Bicentennial Committee. And I'd like to request suspension of the board rules for immediate consideration under new business.
Commissioner Quarles moves suspension of the rules. Is there a second? Seconded by Commissioner Markham. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. The rules are suspended. Commissioner Quarles moves the adoption of the approval of plan development for the Oakland County's bicentennial, seconded by Commissioner Markham. Any discussion? Commissioner Taub.
Yes, who is funding this? I don't have a copy of that at all.
Who's what?
Funding this. I don't have a copy of the resolution, so I don't know.
This resolution's funding it. But,
So it is coming from the Board of Commissioners?
Yeah, so there, the Bicentennial Committee was appropriated $10,000 for, initially. This designates an additional $15,000 to help fund the planning stages that Commissioner Quarles and Judge Warren was discussing in both of our conferences.
Okay, so how much have we spent, has this committee spent so far?
Zero.
I think a couple $100.
Do we have any accounting for it at all?
The couple $100?
Well,
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so this is,
this will pay for the $25,000 for the contract to help with the professional planning of the bicentennial event. That
okay,
was discussed in caucus.
okay, so I heard 18,000, but now it's up to 25,000?
This was
Wait,
never 18,000.
I think, if I may, Commissioner, I think you're referring to a down payment on a memorial that's not being addressed with this right now. That's separate.
I thought the amount of money that was going to be used for somebody to plan this whole event was $18,000. Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know.
25.
It's 25, it's gone up, whoa, that's quite a bit of 30% inflation.
Okay. All right, if I may, Commissioner Taub, I think Commissioner Spiz can shed some light on this.
Well, I was going to ask maybe for a short
Commissioner Smith.
recess so we can see the resolutions, because we did have Judge Warren come in and talk to us, but I haven't actually seen the actual resolution. So if we could take a short recess, get a copy of it, so we could take a quick look at it.
Okay.
That's a request.
Yes. Why don't we take a quick recess?
Can we get copies of the resolution, please? Thank you.
Let's take a 5-minute recess? 5-minute recess.
So during the recess, but that's okay. You don't want to.
Ron's turns all funky colors. It's all dirty. Oh.
All right, we're gonna come back from recess. I think everyone's in the room. All right, what we have on the floor is a motion. There's a motion from Commissioner Quarles, seconded by Commissioner Markham, for the additional funding for the planning for the Oakland County Bicentennial. We are in discussion. Is there any further discussion on the matter? Seeing no further discussion, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Loobs? Markham? Markham?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Middleton? Miller?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Powell? Quarles? Spiz? Taub?
Yes.
Wypert?
Yes.
Woodward?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Gershenson? Hoffman? Jackson?
Yes.
Kokendorfer?
Yes.
Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Affirmative voting, a majority voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted. Next, are we ready?
Yep.
We got a
thank
few here. Okay, Commissioner Taub.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I have a resolution designation of April 24th, 2019 as Armenian Martyrs Day in Oakland County, and I would like to request suspension of the board rules for immediate consideration.
Commissioner Taub moves to suspend the rules. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Long. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Rules are suspended. And Commissioner Taub moves the adoption of the resolution designation of April 24th, 2019 as Armenian Martyrs Day in Oakland County. Seconded by Commissioner Long. Any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Markham?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Middleton?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Powell? Quarles? Spiz?
Yes.
Taub?
Yes.
Wypert?
Yes.
Woodward?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Gershenson? Hoffman? Jackson?
Yes.
Kokendorfer?
Yes.
Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Loobs? Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Sufficient voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted. Commissioner Taub.
I have a second resolution, recognition of Library Week in Oakland County, Michigan, April 7th through 13th, and I would like to request suspension of the board rules for immediate consideration, please.
Commissioner Taub moves to suspend the rules. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Wypert. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? The rules are suspended. Therefore, we have a motion by Commissioner Taub, seconded by Commissioner Wypert, to adopt recognition of Library Week in Oakland County, April 7th through 13th. Is there any discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners McGilvray?
Yes.
Middleton?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Nelson?
Yes.
Powell? Quarles? Spiz?
Yes.
Taub?
Yes.
Wypert? Woodward?
Yes.
Zach?
Yes.
Gershenson? Hoffman? Jackson?
Yes.
Kokendorfer?
Yes.
Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Loobs?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Sufficient voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted. Commissioner Taub.
I have another resolution recognizing National County Government Month in Oakland County, and that would be April 2019. I'd like to suspend the rules for this one as well.
Motion by Commissioner Taub to suspend the rules. Is there a second? Second by Commissioner Hoffman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The rules are suspended. Therefore, we have a motion by Commissioner Taub recognizing National County Government Month in Oakland County for April 2019, seconded by Commissioner Hoffman. Any discussion?
Could this go to committee?
Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Middleton?
Yes.
Miller? Nelson?
Yes.
Powell? Quarles? Spiz?
Yes.
Taub?
Yes.
Wypert? Woodward?
Yes.
Zach? Gershenson? Hoffman? Jackson?
Yes.
Kokendorfer?
Yes.
Kowal?
Yes.
Kuhn?
Yes.
Long?
Yes.
Loobs?
Yes.
Markham?
Yes.
McGilvray?
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Sufficient voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted. Commissioner Taub.
And the final request for suspension is the recognition of Sunshine Week in Oakland County, March 10th through 16th, 2019. If I may read the first paragraph with your permission, Mr. Chairman?
Well, let's suspend the rules first.
First, I'd like to suspend the rules. Thank you.
Motion by Commissioner Taub to suspend the rules. Second by Commissioner McGilvery. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The rules are suspended. Commissioner Taub moves adoption of recognition of Sunshine Week in Oakland County. Seconded by Commissioner McGilvery. Commissioner Taub.
Whereas an open and accessible government is vital to establishing and maintaining the people's trust and confidence in their government and in government's ability to effectively serve its citizens. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Any further discussion? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Commissioners Miller,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Powell, Quarles, Spiz,
Yes.
Taub,
Yes.
Whitebert,
Yes.
Woodward,
Yes.
Zach,
Yes.
Gershenson, Hoffman, Jackson, Kokendorfer,
Yes.
Kowal, Kuhn,
Yes.
Long,
Yes.
Lubes,
Yes.
Markham,
Yes.
McGilvray,
Yes.
Middleton.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 20 yeas, 0 nays.
Sufficient voting in the affirmative. The resolution is adopted. Commissioner Taub.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I have a resolution expanding the services of the Youth Mobile Crisis Team to all children and youth in Oakland County, and I would like to refer this to HC&E.
Referred without objection. Thank you, everybody. Are there any further resolutions for introduction? Let's bring us to announcements. Commissioner Middleton.
Yeah.
Do you want, make sure the mic's on so that people hear you.
I handed out a flyer to everybody's desk. It's from the Oakland County Conservation District. For at least the last 50 years, they've had a tree sale every spring. And in this newsletter is their order blank for tree sales. Orders have to be in by Tuesday, April 9th, and then you pick up your trees here at the county on May 4th of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Kowal.
Yes, I wanted to announce that Commissioner Middleton will plant them for you.
Fantastic.
In overalls.
Commissioner Miller.
Yeah, real quick. I dropped off at everybody's location legislative priorities from NACO, the conference we went to. It was a good conference, and a few other informations. They got a nice little app for the website there where you can look up our county and everything that involved in our county or any other county. They have from the economic growth and workforce development programs. It's just their funding, how it's been since 2017 to 2019.
Thank you, Commissioner. I think we'll also make sure that the clerk has it and file it for the record. Mr. Poison.
Mr. Chair, I'm just getting reports of severe weather swirling around us, including some funnel clouds, tornado touchdown in Shiawassee, so please use caution going home.
Goodbye, everybody. Any further announcements? Call the meeting adjourned for April 2nd, 2019 at 7 p.m. or at the call of the chair.